We have antiques, vintage, home decor, furniture, advertising, just a whole array of vintage and antiques.
But Rogers Vintage Depot is actually more than that. They have what I would call an eclectic mix of history you can see and touch. The key word is in the name of the store, vintage. Kimberly, the owner, has a gift and passion for finding the right items for her customers, and her customers love shopping here.
Everything is cool about this place. I shop here for just about anything I can think of that's vintage. I've gotten old windows here and old bottles, and I like to decorate my home with a mix of vintage and new. So anytime I have an idea of something I want, I come here and I always find it.
Many of us find it appealing to retrieve a small portion of the past by acquiring a material piece of it. Rogers Vintage Depot is a place where you can recapture a valued memory.
Which one do you like?
I want this one.
Like a toy from one's childhood, and then share that with your grandson.
For me, I love just coming and looking at all the old things and then reminiscing about a lot of the stuff I had as a little kid growing up in North Carolina. It's neat to be able to show him toys that I played with as a little kid and try to explain it, and a lot of them he will like and laugh at.
As the owner, Kimberly gravitates toward the metal toys and advertising pieces, but...
Well, this time of year I gravitate toward the snowshoes and the sleds and the ice skates and the winter types items. And then, you know, come springtime, you like the Coke coolers, the Dr. Pepper coolers, the things that people might use at a car show, they might use in their home to decorate. That it changes every day.
She has the vintage Christmas decor. So that's really what's catching my eye because it's the season right now.
Everything in the store has its own season. Kimberly's passion accomplishes that by sometimes repurposing things. She recycles, upcycles. But of course, there are consistent sellers. For example, advertising items, she says, fly out of the store faster than anything else.
The advertising pieces and the metal toys, the vintage toys, they sell pretty regularly. We've done really well with the soap consistently. We have a lot of loyal customers who come in and buy. We make the soap.
Kimberly's husband Greg makes the soap, by the way. Now, part of Kimberly's talent and philosophy for buying the right things for the store comes down to an important point, and it works quite well.
I buy what I like. You know, if I like it, hopefully someone else will. Or, you know, if somebody collects something and they mention it to me, hey, when you're out shopping, look for this.
There's just so many great finds. I mean, you can't even really pinpoint just one thing, but usually if I can think of something vintage that I want, I come here and I find it. I mean, from old doors, windows, doorknobs, it doesn't matter. If I think of something I want that's vintage, I always find it here.
It's like a new adventure every week coming by.
You can always find a treasure here.
And it's always appealing to own a piece of the past.
You don't know what you're going to find or what you may need until you walk through the doors. There is something for everyone in this store.